I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mayor, next on the agenda, we have a moment of silence, which has been our custom for many years for those serving here and abroad to return home safely to their families. And a roll call. Mr. Bierman?
Here.
Mr. Camerata?
Here.
Ms. Grover?
Here.
Ms. Hackman? Here. And Mr. Carley is out. Next on the agenda, we have the open public meeting statement. I'll read that aloud. In compliance with Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of 1975, notice of this meeting was given by way of annual notice filed with the Township Clerk, the Home News Tribune, the North-South Brunswick Sentinel, and the Trenton Times, and posted on the bulletin board in the South Brunswick Municipal Building on January 11, 2024. Next on the agenda, we have the public portion. Is there a motion to open to the public?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
That motion carries. Is there anyone from the public wishing to speak?
Seeing none, motion to close the public session.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries. Mayor, next on the agenda, we have discussions. There is one item, and this is an ordinance amending Chapter 22 of the South Brunswick Township Code regarding lead-based paint inspections.
I was hoping Chuck Lynch would be here.
Oh, you did?
Nah.
Sure, I do. I have one question for him. Go ahead, mister. You want to explain it, or?
Yes, because we need to do that. We've had, based on the last meeting, we had some calls when we didn't explain things about the
Okay.
work session, so please.
All right, so this is an ordinance codifying some of the new requirements for lead-based paint, and in particular, the inspections, rental inspections that the township does. And this will set up some of this will set up a procedure for how lead-based paint inspections will occur, and basically what the fees for those such inspections will be. And it's simply that. This is just simply an ordinance that will put the township in compliance with state regulations on rental properties for lead-based paint inspections.
And we're changing, make sure we get paid, so the pay
Correct.
will be South Brunswick Township.
And I just have one question. I don't understand why we would want to take the 10-day minimum down
Yeah,
to 5.
5.
Like, why would we want to make it
More
harder on
onerous,
ourselves?
more
If
onerous,
someone's
yeah.
out and you can't make an inspection, we've cut the inspection time in half.
Yeah.
I don't think that's
Okay.
the correct thing to do.
Yeah, I had the same comment, yeah.
That was my only comment.
I mean, I could see complying going from 20 to 10,
yeah.
but why make it more onerous and
Make
more
it-
difficult from,
Right, 10 to 5.
it's like we're doing it on our own. Why? Everybody else
Right.
is now 10, let's
Right.
just be compliant.
Okay.
I think that's
Yeah.
my only
Yeah.
thought on it.
Okay.
And your ladies?
Yep. I agree. Yep.
And
if
they
we
want
can
to
do
make
it
it
5,
payable to me, that's
yeah,
fine too. I mean,
If we can make it 5, more power to them, but give yourself 10, that's all.
Okay. We'll make that change to that.
Okay, that's it.
So if I understand correctly, with that change, we'll move it forward for introduction.
100%.
Perfect. Thank you. Next on the agenda, we have manager's report. Mr. Bidlack?
Yeah, just a couple announcements. Beginning on April 8th, the water utility will begin flushing all the water mains throughout the township. This will occur between the hours of 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. And the specifics on that are certainly anyone can contact the water utility, but also can get the information on the township website on the flushing program. Also, in addition, Middlesex County will begin milling and resurfacing a couple roadways in town in the next 30 days. The first one being Promenade Boulevard from Route 1 to Route 27. That'll be milled and paved this spring. In addition to that, Shawks Crossing Road from Ridge down to Plainsboro will also be milled and paved. That's all I really, as far as announcements, that's all I have this evening. So.
Mr. Township Manager, if I may, I received a call from George Luck over from Kingston Firehouse.
Yes.
And they're in the process of trying to resurface their little driveway and parking area right around the firehouse. And Trap Rock has been kind enough to say they'll work with them and try to help them out. What Trap Rock is asking is that there's some puddling there, and they feel that before they do any remediation, they like to have somebody take a look at it. And George was asking if one of our township engineers could be so kind to go out there and take a look and see what they're all
What the
talking
issues
about.
are? Yeah, sure, we
Yeah,
can do that.
You could do that and George said he's gonna give you a call. I told him make it, after tonight, so either Thursday or Friday to give you the particulars.
Okay,
But they need some help in, just really engineering wise. And Trap Rock, like I said, is gonna really help them. So probably last time it was done, they're 100 years old now? So maybe
yeah.
it was done 60, 70, 80
Oh,
years
it
ago.
was done a long time ago, yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, if you could be so kind to have whoever your choice, one
Okay.
of our people go out there
There's
and take a
real
look.
oil and tar in that blacktop.
Yeah, I know, exactly. So, and that's all I have. Thank you.
yeah, we'll
Brian.
coordinate with them, and I'll have somebody take a look at it.
Great, thanks.
Okay?
So next on the agenda then, Mayor, I just wanted to put in there, you all saw we hadn't added as timely and important, so I'll go over the changes real quick. We're just adding
Oh, I did
two
see it, but now I
executive sessions, a redevelopment of Princeton Nurseries, and discussion on Flanagan's contracting versus South Brunswick. Also, there was an item on the consent agenda, item number 5, which is a resolution for farmland preservation easement purchase program. And that, if we can just move that item to, for action tonight, so that'll be moved down to the resolutions under action. And then also the executive session resolution was revised to include those two items that will be added. So if we can have a motion to accept the timely and important changes?
Yeah, I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
And a roll call, Mr. Camerata,
Yes.
Ms. Grover,
Yes.
Ms. Hockman?
Yes.
And Mr. Bierman?
Yes.
Thank you. Next on the agenda, Mayor, we have the consent agenda. There are items number 1 through 4 now. Is there any item anyone would like pulled, or would you like to move those forward for action at the next regular meeting?
I'm good to go.
All good? Perfect. We'll move those forward to April 17th for action. Now, we've come to the items for action. First, we have ordinances for second reading. They're here for a public hearing and final adoption. The first item is number 2024-8, which is authorizing conveyance and acceptance of a portion of Lot 1, Block 196.18, to Islamic Society of Central Jersey for a driveway easement. Is there a motion to open to the public?
Motion made.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
That motion carries. Anyone from the public wishing to speak?
Seeing no one in the public session, seeing no one in the public, motion to close the public session.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
That motion carries. Is there a motion then to finally adopt ordinance number 2024-8?
Motion to adopt.
Second.
And a roll call, Mr. Camerata,
Yes.
Ms. Grover,
Yes.
Ms. Hockman?
Yes.
And Mr. Bierman.
Yes.
Thank you, Mayor. The second ordinance here for second reading and final adoption is number 2024-9. This is adopting an amendment to the 4095 US Route 1 redevelopment plan for 4095 US Route 1, Block 96, Lot 145.11. That was revised on 3/20. Is there a motion to open to the public on ordinance number 2024-9?
Motion to open.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
That motion carries. Anyone from the public wishing to speak?
Once again, seeing no public, motion to close.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Is there a motion then to finally adopt ordinance number 2024-9?
Yes, motion to adopt.
Second.
And a roll call, Mr. Camerata,
Yes.
Ms. Grover,
Yes.
Ms. Hockman,
Yes.
and Mr. Bierman.
Yes.
Thank you, Mayor. Next, we have resolutions. These are also here for action tonight. And we have items number 1 through 3 now, and that includes the 2 that are on the agenda and item 5 from the consent agenda. Is there a motion, can we take that together? A motion to adopt items number 1 through 3?
I will make that motion, just a brief comment on now what we're considering number 3 is the Duchess Farms. Again, this is we haven't done this in a while, but it's worth making note of it and acknowledging it. It's the old farmland preservation purchase program, the Duchess Farms. It's $235,000, 80% from the county and only 20% from the town, and we're preserving 7 acres. So I think that's a wonderful
Yes.
and a continuation of what we've been doing over the last 20-plus years. Obviously, I support it, but I just wanted to acknowledge it. So, but I'll make a motion to move all 3 forward for adoption.
I'll second.
We have a motion and second, a roll call. Mr. Camerata?
Yes.
Ms. Grover?
Yes.
Ms. Hockman?
Yes.
And Mr. Bierman?
Yes.
Thank you, Mayor. Next, we have the executive session. We have the resolution that was revised. If we can have a joint motion to adopt the resolution and then go into executive session and
Yes,
adjourn
motion to do
immediately
so.
thereafter.
Yes.
She's little.
Ms.
I
Hockman?
make a motion.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Camerata. And a roll call. Mr. Camerata?
Yes.
Ms. Grover?
Yes.
Ms. Hockman?
Yes.
And Mr. Bierman?
Yes.
Thank you, Mayor. At this point, we'll go into the closed session, though,
Okay.
then, so good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody. Good night.
Good night, everyone. Public has to leave.